And roll it. All right. Session 28, to be named later. So we're at the news conference.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on the stage. And we see Ember standing right in front of Palestine, kind of getting into her, like lowering herself down, bending down a little bit so she can look right in her. It's like, listen, we're going to get this. We are going to kick their ass. They are not going to get you. We've got this. And then there's this.
Not landing at all.
And then there's this massive explosion sound. It's not right where you are, but like it rattles the doors and window, the doors and windows and stuff like that, and people are like, whoa, and people rush outside, and off in the distance here, I have the wrong cityscape up here. Let me this one, yeah, probably this one. Um, Oh, I deleted it already. But so you got the cityscape, and down around here where I'm pinging the map, you've got the big O for Overwatch. Except it's not an O, it's like a horseshoe. The whole top of the ring is still falling when pieces of it still coming to the ground. Flaming chunks and stuff like that. It's, well,
now we really get a rebuild.
Coming down, and there's news helicopters in the sky and all this other kind of stuff, and you see you guys are there, and then the camera moves, and it's up to the news helicopters and some guy who's out in the open door of the news helicopter with the camera, and we see through his eyes the camera viewfinder and zooming into the top of the Overwatch thing up on one of the broken, shattered pieces. I don't know if I've got this picture, but I will try real quick to find it. Let me just look and see if I've got. Oh, I'm pretty sure I don't. Now that I think about it, that's fine. I'll hold it up to the camera. Anyway, and we see the camera like zooming in up there, and we see somebody standing on one of the jagged top ends of one of the Overwatch U, standing up there on the top on the broken thing. Just arms like this, you know.
Is it her?
Yeah,
Is it her?
it sure is.
You and me? We didn't finish our dance.
And standing up there at the top, you've got this person sitting up there at the very top of the, standing up there at the very top of the smoking wreckage at the top of the Overwatch oversight building.
I was about to say if she wasn't a bad guy, she'd totally be my type, but like that's part of the reason why she's my type, you know?
Anyway, and as soon as the camera is zoomed in, she touches this little like thing that's sort of like at her throat and taps it, and some kind of broadcasting. I am Kalka the Bloodhewn of the Vanguard, emissary of Vanquish. And the next panel is 5 months later.
Fuck you.
You know,
you warned me, but I was not ready.
You could be nicer. I'm just saying, a little bit nicer.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the story.
Okay.
Even though you did this, I'm not blaming you.
Even though it's your fault, Completely and utterly your fault. I'm gonna have to pull her up here because I do want. Hang on. There we go. Just gonna. Lovely. Can I do that? No, it's not gonna let me do that. I just need to save her image somewhere. 1 second. Should I put her under villains? I think I probably will. That seems safe. Anyway. Lovely. That's what we needed. 5 months later. Didn't expect it to be a SpongeBob reference, did you? Okay. So, I'm gonna flip tiles here real quick. It's Halcyon City again. No, that one's not right. That one's a little bit too shiny. There we go. That's better. Ember's muted, but I can some of what she said I don't think was very complimentary. What were you saying, Jamie?
I was just saying, oh, okay, that's lovely.
I mean, most of the buildings are intact, but there's definitely parts of the city that are much more beat up. All right,
I feel
so
like this is the part of like the video game where it's like playing like the tour guide type thing, where it's like Halcyon, the city of heroes, a pristine center of commerce,
and the camera's panning past like this stuff, and it's just a disaster.
a community full of wonderful people.
All right, we're gonna get you over to, and we go through like parts of the city, and we come up on this one building and down to one of the windows that's down at street level. Go through the window and down inside of the apartment, which we've seen before. And we see Syl making herself breakfast. And
Sad job post.
her phone, which is, you know, now we can see on the screen that it says Jack. But, you know, Syl just knows it by the vibrations and thumbs it up. A text message pops up and the phone reads it in that like text to speech voice. Hey, I'm outside whenever you're ready. Which is a little bit disturbing because it's like the Siri voice, the female Siri voice, and probably not too accurate to Jack. But yeah. It's morning. Phone buzzing. Jack's waiting. Syl grabs a backpack. Grabs her toast. Water bottle. Heads outside. Grabs a cane. Grabs a tap cane. Flips that thing out, which we haven't really seen her use before. And makes a big, like, one. She doesn't really use it at all until she gets out near the edge, like, towards the exit of the building. And as soon as she's heading outside, she flips it down and is, like, doing all the tapping and all that kind of stuff. and we see out by the curb there's a older style, like, hang on, I can find the image really quick.
So you said older style, and I immediately thought Amelia, like one of those like rich cars,
No,
you
not
know?
no. It's old. Just here. There we go. That's exactly what I was thinking of. View image. There we go. Let's grab this guy. I'm just gonna put it in. Look in the Roll20 chat, and I'll put a link in there in the Roll20 chat so you guys can. You should be able to click. Yeah, you can click on that to bring it up. This thing's idling out by the. It's in great shape. It's just 45 years old, and kind of looks like a hearse, which is sort of appropriate for Jack. It's got hearse energy. Anyway, so he gets out of the driver's side, walks around, opens up the door. Your chauffeur, my lady, he says kind of sarcastically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. Do you do it? Little hug, peck on the cheek, just get
Yeah.
in, hand
Back
him,
on cheek.
or just hand him a piece of toast.
Back on cheek, and a piece of toast.
Hand him a piece of toast. Okay. Jack gets Jack toast. Gotcha. All right, he climbs in, checks his 6. The car is fine. It's perfectly comfortable. You can tell from the lowered temperature coming out of the back seat that his uncle is riding with him today. Jack is technically cheating because he's got a learner's permit and he's supposed to be driving with an adult at all times, and he's not doing that. But he is meeting the requirements in his own mind because he drives with a family member every time he goes driving still to get advice. It's just they're his.
It doesn't count if they're dead.
I can still hear them. They're still giving me advice. Yes, I know,
And
Uncle. Yes, yes. Don't talk. He said you should be sitting in the back because I'm not supposed to be sitting up front with a kid, with someone my age.
a child.
With someone my he corrected himself. All right. So we see him driving. We do not see him driving towards the bay. We do not see him driving to um, uh, anywhere out near the water or the edge of the city or anything like that. What we see is hang on, I'm going to get out here, pull back to the city here again. Oop, nope.
Oh no, we're going to normie high school, aren't we?
Hang on, I gotta get rid of the animated things from underneath the water. Oh, this is the city map I used when I was blowing the hell out of Demir, wasn't it? Yeah. Gigantic heart. There we go. All right. So yeah, instead of heading out here to the ferry to head out towards the island, um, he's picking you up and heading yeah, back this way towards like see him pull into the parking lot and there's like the big, the big stone sign next to it says like Gardner High School. Um, Halcyon's finest for Halcyon's finest or something like that. We see them pull in. Ember. Let me think. I think you're still in the same apartment with your mom and your brother. I think that's still the case. Some of the skyscrapers have not fared well. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that you would have had to have moved in the last 5 months? Because there have been some superhero, like you guys saw from the write-up, there have been some superhero fights, some pretty big ones. The Battle of Halcyon, where took place and stuff like that. You're kind of downtown. You're kind of up in a apartment building up on like a in a multi-story building, would you have had to have moved, or are you there still, but like the building's a little bit more worse for wear, or what?
Um, well, I I feel like I'm still echoing. Oh my goodness.
You're okay.
Only a
I mean,
little.
if you're echoing to you, it's not bad. I mean,
Um, so I feel like the apartment and everything would be fine, but I feel like the main reason why we would move, or at least Ember would move, is because she it really feels like since she was sort of like out there as a superhero and a lot of people started like actually pretty much knew who she was because it's kind of hard to blend in as a red-haired fire girl, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
um I feel she at least would like to move away from wherever her mom and her brother are.
Okay. Well, you've got to still take care of your mom is the only challenge there.
Mm-hmm. So whether that's she had her mom and her brother move and she's like crashing in like a warehouse somewhere around wherever they've moved and hasn't told them where she's living.
But you need to bleed off your mom, remember?
Yeah, but like it's near
Oh,
wherever I had my mom and my brother move. So I just show up, do it, and I'm like, bye. I was never here.
uh,
Peace.
the other suggestion that's fine if you want to do it that way. That's totally cool. The other possibility option is that Emilio has become involved, and his Emilio and his granddad have become involved.
Um,
It's up to
we
you.
could make that. That's kind of interesting, but I'd rather play that out.
Oh, I want
And
to.
I
I'm perfectly
no,
willing to
no.
role play
I
it.
mean, like I'd rather play it out of them being like, "Hold on, you're
Oh, I
sleeping
see.
in like an abandoned warehouse. Are you kidding me? I'm literally freaking rich. What's wrong with you?"
Yeah. No, I got that. I got that. I got that. Yeah, okay, well we can worry about that then.
Yeah.
Um, you get a we see you get a text message too wherever you're currently bunked down. Actually, it's we see you like pull up out of a bed and it looks like you're in like a camper van or some kind of like van that's been like a van life, kind of a deal because you're definitely inside of a vehicle. There's a bed in the back. You've got like you don't really have running water, but it's like one of those big water bricks with like a spout on one side. So we kind of see you getting ready in the morning. There's like a little gas burner, like a little Coleman portable gas burner, where you can heat up some water so you can like make some oatmeal, make some hot chocolate, you know, um, or maybe you're just doing it with fire rather than having the gas burner. You're just doing a little bit of like warming up the thing so we get the water and you're doing the oatmeal, and then we hear the and the screen says toast and the text says uh, I've got her heading to school. See you there. Rather than Jack, it's just toast.
Dad, did you see the meme I sent on the group chat?
The meme you sent on the group chat? No?
When you when you take care of your mom and then leave for safety.
I am both delighted and horrified that you were able to put that together that fast. That's top notch work there, Testerman. Well
I
done.
am a meme generator.
That's
Jamie's got the Pinterest board. I've got the memes.
I mean when you pop in to drain your mom and then leave for their safety. That's very nice. So you weren't laughing at the fact that she's got him ID'd as toast in the chat. Well, that's
No,
No.
I was laughing because I'm
Sorry.
hilarious.
no, because you're hilarious. Gotcha. I'll just be over here third wheeling it. It's fine.
But I do think that's funny.
Yes, in any case. But yeah, like I've got her
It's not
heading to
as funny as
school.
the joke.
Yeah, I've got her. See you there. So on and so forth. And when you come out of the van though, it's not like there's no thing here where you're like starting up the van or anything like that. And a couple of shots that we get of the dashboard, it doesn't look like you probably could start the thing. When you slide the door open, you're inside a warehouse. The van is parked inside the warehouse and it's up on blocks. There's no wheels. It's just the van. Like all the tires are gone. The blocks are up underneath where the tires would be. So it's essentially stationary, and then the roof is probably leaks because it's got tarp over the top of it. Not over the whole thing, but just like over the roof of the van, and then it's under also inside. The fact that you had to tarp the van, even though it's inside a warehouse, tells you that it's probably not entirely waterproof. I don't know what you're laughing about.
No, it's the
No,
van.
this time it's about you. Yeah.
Okay. But in any case, yeah, you've got that.
I don't know what you mean.
So you slide that shut, lock it up, and head back out. And we can see that the warehouse now with the warehouse, we're definitely back to the neighborhood that you step out into is definitely the area that's more like what we're seeing here. One of the areas where some throwdown happened. And we even get a little bit of a flashback to this, like what's happening, because in this case it was like forces from Vanguard fighting some superhero, and you see them purposely it's two heroes that are like coordinating. It was Patrol, actually. It was Patrol and a flying hero named Blackbird. And it's like, we can't take them. It's like, we don't have to take them. We need to lead them away from the city core. If they're going to take us down, they're going to use one of those. We just got to get them clear of most of the buildings. Get them out in the warehouse district. There's nobody out there. And, this is that fight of them backing and just basically leading them away from the center of the city before they get taken down and captured and stuff like that. It looks like one of those found footage movies where you're getting bits of news and stuff like that. And you're walking, and we just see you kind of like, shoulders kind of hunched and hood up, hands jammed in the pockets, and just kind of walking along down through the neighborhood and stuff. Your phone buzzes a couple more times, and we see you check it, and it's like Emilio, but it goes back in the pocket. So we're not seeing her actually answer yet. And we go over to, and you're walking down the street, and the camera's panning back, so you're a very small person on a big street, and not anybody else really around. One dog on the street corner, one dog on the street corner barking, and nobody really can. It's definitely not barking at you, but nobody can really. There's not obvious what the dog is even really barking at, and we're just walking away. And we fade out. The camera goes up and comes, pans up into the sky, and then comes back down into practically another camper van shot. In this case, it's a much more familiar camper van. We're seeing Palestine waking up inside of Demir on the little.
Oh, thank God you're still here.
Now,
he's gonna pull some crap where we pan down into like an Aegis holding cell or some shit.
So, before we leave Ember, though, when we saw Ember, how did she look different? Is her hair like dyed black or something, or?
No. So she cut it short to cut off all the dye.
Okay.
So it's like shoulder length, and she dyed it like because it's usually her roots are usually a deep red. She dyed it a lighter red.
So kind of okay.
She couldn't as much as it is for safety. She couldn't she actually likes her red hair.
So it's sort of a strawberry blonde kind of a thing going on.
Yeah, she couldn't bring herself to fully get rid of the red.
It isn't even a dye. It's like it's a peroxide bleach. You know, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. So we're seeing this, yeah, cute little bob cut. Cute, but also the
No,
kind of
really,
cute that
it's
was.
more she just took scissors
Yeah,
and went like
exactly.
that.
Yeah, it looks fine until you look at it and go, that shit's kind of jagged. Like,
Yeah, she just went like, I gotta get it off.
you did that in a rear view mirror that you were just holding with your other hand because it doesn't stay on the window anymore. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
This
that's
is gonna be me in college.
was is that what you said? This is going to be me in college. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh my mirror doesn't stick anymore. I'm having a midlife crisis in my 20s for some reason. I just should cut my hair.
No, I'll come over, do it for you, and then you can
Ah,
blame the horrible cut on me.
okay, perfect.
Because don't get me wrong, it'll still be bad.
I have to
Bad. It'll look exactly the same as if I did it. I just can pass the blame.
my
Yeah.
I have a buddy of mine who was diagnosed with leukemia when he was like 8 years old. You may be
Mhm.
familiar with this battle. Um, and he was one of the very first batch. Like he was part of a Mayo Clinic study. They gave him a bunch of it was him and it was a whole generation, like 40 some odd kids about his age who were getting treatments for similar cases. And he's part of
Mhm.
a study of the ongoing effects from that generation. The treatments are very different today, but the study is basically of the long-term effects of the treatment. Cancer's gone,
Mhm.
but the long-term treatments. He's my age. He is the only person left in the study. He has been the only one left in the study since he was 26. And there were like 50 or 60 kids in this thing, and he's literally the only one. They call him up every year and say, ask him how things are going, all that kind of stuff. But legit, I love this guy to pieces, but he has had a midlife crisis every 5 years for his entire life because he has no idea where the midpoint is at. So he just decides he's just going to have a midlife crisis every 5 years or so just for the hell of it. Um, it's why he has a really, really nice Jeep right now because he just decided, I'm going to have a nice Jeep. It's my midlife crisis. It may actually
Yeah.
be my midlife crisis now. For all I know, I'm celebrating. You know, who knows what I'm celebrating? I never know. Anyway,
That was depressing.
he's a
This is
he's
even
he
more
doesn't
depressing. Look at that.
he doesn't
Oh my
let
god.
he doesn't let himself get depressed. I'm going to pause this for a second so I can tell a completely irrelevant story, but I'm going to tell the story. Um,
Wait, really fast. Which one is your favorite?
am I unpaused? I am unpaused. Okay, so we're bringing down the camera. So we covered the critically important information about Jamie's hair, and now we're panning down the Palestine inside Demir. As you know, Demir is the interior lights are kind of pulsing and doing a little chirping noise, kind of to wake you up, and we see Lagaya kind of waddle up onto your chest, um, you know, and then like reach out a wing, and the wing kind of transforms into a tentacle and like tap you on the forehead, and then it goes back into wing form because here you go. Hey, look, happy space penguins. Lagaya, wee. All right, so
How's
now,
this for short hair? This is the best I can do.
wait, oh, just tuck it out of the way.
I just tied it with a hair.
Oh yeah, I always like that one cut that's like super short in the back, and then it's just got the long thing, and you think it's like
Oh,
a
I didn't mean to do that,
yeah.
but this hair's too short to stay.
You always think it's like an intentional thing where it's like long in the front and short in the back, and no, it's just that's how the scissors were. I just grabbed the ponytail and cut it in the back, and that's what happened. It's a look.
I used to
Anyway,
know somebody who did that on purpose.
I mean, it was very common in anime for a long while. Man, I don't know. There's some anyway. All right, so we're on Palestine, coming down Penny in the ship. The door opens from Lagaya, and similar pattern of things that you're doing in the morning, but it's obviously we're all being reminded that the ship is definitely alien, and so is she. So yeah, the water coming out is warm and kind of bath water warm and spruiling out of like a little spigot that appears in the wall into a little bowl thing, and the food is more like a nutrient paste kind of a deal, and many different like rainbow kind of oil on water colors and things like that. When the back hatch sort of iris is open, what we don't see is you're not coming out into the base. What we see instead is, well, it's still kind of an open space. It's really a much less full space. We don't see the robots or anything like that. We don't see necessarily the the computers, and there's a few here and there, but they look like they're just sort of slapped in. And then we've got a big old one of the whole walls is sort of like a hemisphere, like a half circle arch of windows looking out. But the light outside is is heavily bluish and not the kind of light that you would expect to see for morning, even though the light inside the ship was sort of indicating that it would be that kind of a thing. And we're seeing the camera kind of goes out through the windows and then kind of pivots around to show us where we're at. Let me see if I can. There we go. Perfect. Let me just grab this real quick. Doop doo doo. Let's get the base up here. All right, we got you guys over on the base, and then we will overlay it with this guy. Assuming it'll come up. Bloop.
No.
No what?
Just no.
You bitch.
That wasn't me!
What? I want to unpack that reaction a little bit. I think you killed Kat, first of all. Jamie seems to be having a moment. I can't tell what Chaffin's thing is here. Her reaction, she's staring rather fixedly off into nowhere, so I'm not sure what she's even looking at.
I'm trying to find a background.
Oh, I see. Very important. Well, the penguins look like they're kind of underwater. They're actually in space, but it's almost the same thing.
I'd rather be in space than underwater.
I think you made Jamie rage quit.
I can't decide if she's like, I can't believe you found an underwater base out of anger or out of envy. And she keeps walking away, and she just disappears.
She's very upset with you.
No, I'm just distracted.
Oh, I would.
Grabbing stuff from my room. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll pay attention now.
No, we thought maybe you rage quit because you saw the base. We're like,
Oh no, I was just like, excuse you. How dare you be underwater?
Oh, is it the underwater thing, or that you're envious of the cool base?
Well, I mean, kind of
Underwater!
It's underwater.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's ways to get there that aren't underwater. Maybe. I mean, it is built into what looks like a cliff there.
Why did the ocean rise? Why? Why?
Anyway,
How?
so you get and we see Palestine getting a text. She's got like a phablet. She's got like a phone tablet, a big guy. And it comes up and it's Collins. It's just a picture of Collins smiling, holding up a plate, and underneath it says, "I got waffles. Hurry up!" And he's like in the school cafeteria with like a plate of. He's like trying to do a selfie while he's holding a plate of waffles with syrup and everything and doing that thing. So as you're walking like through the base and stuff, oh, very nice. I like the background. Well done. Good job there. Yeah, I like the little shoulder thing too. Very nice. Anyway, so we can see you walking through here, and there's Aegis logos several places through here. Um, you know, there is nobody though. It's clearly meant for way more people than just one. Like this is a whole like facility. Sector 7A science facility. Aegis directive, blah blah blah. This thing, that thing. Lab this way. Lab 1A, Lab 1B, Lab 1. It's all. There's lights coming on, like motion lights, but that's it.
Honey, what
Um,
did you do to them?
it doesn't look like it's been subjected to any violence. It just doesn't look like it's. And as you're walking down through here, we see you walking and the lights are coming on, and you go past sort of the camera like that, and we see other people coming back the other way. In this case, it's two people, and it's Penny again walking back. The light changes, we can see that it's a different kind of thing, and you're walking alongside Agent Parker, who is wearing like a tactical vest, and she has on a cap and tactical headphones and stuff, and she's walking with a purpose and is on the headsets no, copy, no, I'm going to be out of here, we're just dropping off the asset now. And she says, listen, we just need you to stay under, we've made arrangements, all the cover's been taken care of, transfers are in place, your shapeshifter makes things a lot easier, you have to stay here with the rest of your stuff. Your signature for the ship is, unless you are in full stealth mode, not going to be easy to hide. And even then, we would suggest that you stay underwater whenever possible. That should be safe, since of what you did with Cephalos 3 months ago. Or, sorry, Cephalos 3 weeks ago. But you're going to have to be careful. We've made arrangements for the transfer. The school's not going to be a problem. But, honestly, the easiest thing, we're only doing this because you say you need to keep in touch with your team, and we agree. Because honestly, you're going to be involved in this whether you want to be or not. I would rather you were here and never leaving, but this is the best we can do. I'm sorry you don't have anybody else here, but you're basically self-sustaining with your ship. The base has power forever. It isn't on the grid. And we don't think that they have sensors that work very well underwater for whatever reason. Or if they do, they don't seem to care about these unoccupied bases. I mean, their focus is supers. So, stay under cover, stay quiet. And for God's sakes, don't do anything. And she comes into the last room where Demir is parked and everything like that, and the lights come up, and she's just sits there and looks it over and says, for God's sakes, don't do anything crazy. All right, I'll be back in a week. And then there's you in the base walking up to an elevator bank, and you're clearly by yourself, and she's clearly not here. So the elevator opens up, and this one's labeled ground access, with the red and black stripes all the way around it, like it's kind of a caution thing. You see this tube right here, the one that's the chimney kind of thing that's going up away from the base. This one goes up, and we see you come up in a hang on. Perfect. Hang on. You're up in this nice little save. You're coming up in this nice little high tech elevator, and it's going up. I'm stalling a little bit while I upload this picture. Oh, come on. how does Penny change her appearance as we see her going up the elevator? We've seen Palacine, but how is she changing? What's her look as she gets up to street level? Because we see her come up here, and we see like it's not directly at your face; it's like along the side, so it's clear that you're shape shifting a little bit. And then we get up to the top, and there's a little ding, and the door opens, and you step out of this next to a construction site. I was going to say, the thing is, the joke used to be phone booths, right? Like you would have a phone booth or something like that, but there's no such thing as phone booths anymore. What's the equivalent? I need the same silhouette. It's a porta potty. So you step out of this, but you look like what?
A 50-year-old man.
Okay, but you're going to high school. I mean, I admire the 50-year-old man thing, but although I like the idea of you shifting multiple times as you go to school. Like you're a 50-year-old man for the so you're a 50-year-old man with the high visibility donkey vest, like the construction donkey vest to the hard hat, the mustache, but not like just the mustache, like the Walford Brimley mustache from Cocoon. And that goes on for a couple of, about 5 or 6 blocks. And then you shift, like you step into a convenience store to pick up like a set of, a package of ding dongs and a glass of orange juice or something. That sounds terrible. And when you step out of the convenience, like this little bodega or whatever, what do you look like then? Like, give me you've got your construction guy, you've got another one, and then whoever walks into the school. So who's that middle person?
Let's go with the Karen.
This pinch-faced, angry-looking, blonde, suburban housewife. Coming out the door at the same time somebody's coming in, they're like, excuse me, and excuse you. Going on past. And then the last form, the art team for this disaster of an episode that we have going. No, I'm kidding. Have decided, it's still it's got to be Penny, but it's just Penny, but recognizably so. So how do you look as you're, going into the school?
Where is it?
You're looking for it?
Yeah.
Oh, I even know what this looks like too. Because as you're walking along the street as Karen, you hear this bonk bonk, honk honk, and the Lincoln Town Car pulls up next to you. Jack's Lincoln Town Car, and the back door, you step up to the back door, open it, and as you get into the car and you like sort of sit down in the camera frame, you're in your third appearance as you like step down into the car.
Okay.
Did Jack bleach his hair? Nah, probably not. He's not important enough to need to change his look.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to figure out what Syl did, but I can't think of it just yet.
Syl wouldn't have needed to.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. So still the pink?
Yeah, still the pink, but more simple.
It doesn't look like a natural, like, as much as your hair could ever look natural, it actually looked like, well, that's actually like hair. Now your hair looks like human hair that's been dyed pink, as opposed to whatever weird thing you had going on.
And just like casual clothes, like not crazy blues and pinks and everything, just like whites and blacks.
You look like you raided Ember's closet. I mean, that's
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Well, and okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, school. Jack, Syl, Palestine. All right, so Palestine, you get in the car. Do we say anything? Are we saying anything?
I give her a hug.
Mhm.
That's a big deal from Sil, honestly.
Yeah, I love hugs from Silk. They're so rare.
There's Sil, do you want to roll a comfort and support? You might not be good at it, but you want to try?
I can try. I can try.
I can do it. Marriage.
Marriage.
We watched. I like your hair tucked back, Jamie. I can actually see kind of how it would look short, and you're like,
Yeah, I've decided I'm never cutting my hair short because I don't think it looks very good. But
I think that is a good decision.
oh, Sil.
yeah,
She tried.
Oh, Sil.
She tried. She tried.
You did try. I'm bringing this all down on you, though. Okay.
Great.
So you're in the car. You give her the hug for support, and Jack's like, "Wow, you got a hug." She goes, "I know, they're so rare." Meanwhile, you're getting all of the sensory input off of this, and you're feeling all the palpitations and stuff inside. You know, with Penny, without any kind of filter whatsoever, and how truly deeply under stress she really is. Um, it's not great. It's not the best feeling you've ever had.
No, really?
Do me a favor and roll me conditions for take a powerful blow.
Great. Great.
See how that goes.
Where do I do that?
There's a dice button right
Oh,
next to
right.
conditions for take a powerful blow.
Bing. Really? Now I hit. Now I hit. Now I hit. That's really great. Thanks, man.
It's okay. Mark XP for that first one though. Potential for that first one.
Mm.
All right. So you're trying to make her feel good, so feel better. So I don't know if there's a lot of great options for you right now, unless you want to lash out at Jack. On the 7 to 9, choose from you lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on them. Which would be you could snap at Jack, I guess, or you could just snap at Penny and like.
Or I could just not.
You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity. I'm not sure what that would look like, but I can certainly file it away and have you make a potential error later. Or you struggle past the pain and just mark 2 conditions because this is squigging you out, but you'll be damned if you show any of that to anybody.
I'll be damned.
I'll let you pick them. Although I am curious what you pick.
Took hopeless and angry.
That seems on brand.
You're welcome.
Okay. So, you guys are riding in there. The Lincoln Town cars, you guys have probably never even ridden in a car like this, but the front seat is just a bench seat. You can actually sit like 3 people across right in the front because there's no middle console. It's just a big long seat. Anyway, so you pull in there. You're coming in well in advance of first bell, pulling into the Gardner High thing, and getting out. Lucy's walking up through another coming in on a different side of the school. You're kind of coming in and looking around, trying to get a sense of all the people, keeping your head down, not really interacting with anything, and somebody kind of grabs you by the elbow, which is not. Please don't melt me. Let's go someplace where we can talk, please. I can get some. If you don't mind, there's a lovely restaurant here. Has some entirely passable what might be scrambled eggs. He's not supposed to be here, by the way. He has not been in the school for the last 4 months. He has been elsewhere, and he's been, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. So,
I mean, that makes sense, right? Because he's got like this big hero name, right?
Well, yeah, he's like a legacy. He wasn't really here under any auspices, but he was at so that might be your first question, or in any case. But he kind of leads you into the cafeteria and gets you over to the side. And true to form, he actually has 2 trays laid out with all of your favorite breakfast stuff on one of them, in excessive amounts, honestly. Your brother says that you are not staying at the apartment. I assumed you might be hungry. Hello. My name is Emilio Montoya. It's not really. But you're not talking. It makes me very nervous when you're not talking.
I am doing perfectly fine on my own. I really appreciate it.
I'm not. I don't like it. I'm crying
but you're not supposed to be here.
I have a very legitimate transfer to this school from the school where I was placed by our good headmaster Hellbinder. It is all quite legitimate, and due to the terrible allergic reaction that I had to some of the construction materials in the building where the school, the very nice private school that I was at, was taking place. Apparently, I did not know this, I don't like cottonwoods. It's very, yes, and they're molting. They're doing cottonwood things in the air outside of the school. It's very bad, a terrible reaction, and
I can smell the bullshit.
I am also allergic to that. Yes, it's terrible. I've had to get. There's very little livestock around here, and as near as I can tell, no cottonwoods. I'm quite relieved. Don't I look relieved?
I have a question. What has Emilio done to change his appearance? Like,
what would you be most horrified and/or amused by?
Frosted tips. Frosted tips.
Didn't he already have frosted tips at one point?
No, I mean he had like blue ones like at one point.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god, I was gonna say shaved head, but frosted tips.
No, actually, I like the idea of I like the idea of the shaved head thing and doing that. Honestly,
I meant like bald, like.
Yeah, no. The guy from hang on.
No.
Cast of you know, I actually know what he looks like. Shit. Here we go. Hang on, I'm gonna get it up here. Images. That doesn't look right. I want the cast, man. Here we go. Where's the dude at? I gotta find the guy. This is why. Where in the hell is he? Oh, there he is. Oh my god, I didn't realize that this is like literally the perfect person to be playing Emilio. Hang on. I got him here. He's coming in. I guess he didn't buzz his hair. I thought he had buzzed it for the movie, but apparently not. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, first.
But honestly, I think frosted tips is so much worse. It brings me vibes of Jake Peralta from Brooklyn Nine-Nine when he went in witness protection and the frosted tips.
Oh my god.
And then he didn't want to get rid of it, and then they like trapped him, and they were gonna shave it off, and then Boyle comes in, and he's like, "We're frosted tip buds," and he's like, "Oh no, I see it now. Yeah, it's terrible. Get rid of it."
Yikes. View image. Save this one.
I can't with this porta potty.
I know, right?
Really? It's so good though. Anyway. All right, let me get back to. I can bring the pictures up now. This is critically important. Okay, I'll get the porta potty out. The elevator porta potty out. The Ella potty? No.
Ella potty.
Ella potty. Nope.
Okay.
That is
Upload.
unbelievably worse.
Thank you. Image. NPCs.
You guys want to see the back of my head with me trying to pin up all of this hair?
Sure.
I'm nervous.
Nice.
It's like,
Oh my
well, because I
God.
also didn't have. That's why I kept leaving. I was looking for all my bobby pins. I don't have them in my room. They're all in my dance bag. So I just picked up all of the loose bobby pins around my room and stuck them in my hair.
Open. All right, that's one. Almost there. Almost there. I mean, honestly, I'm astonished I didn't think of this guy already.
But yeah, my hair's gonna be super knotted, and it's gonna be a nightmare to get this out. But I'm already committed, so it's too late now.
Is that better than a porta potty? There's original Emilio, and then there's like buzz cut Emilio. There we go.
The way that image was stretched.
Yeah, I know. It's really warped, weird. Yeah, the problem is I'm on a grid, so it like wants it to be on the grid. So it's being weird. We can do the frosted tips though. I mean that's but doesn't that look like Emilio? It does to me.
Yeah, but I feel like we're going into a public high school.
Yeah.
The best way to blend in is to look as douchey as possible. You know, like.
So
She's got a point.
Are you saying frosted tips then?
Yeah, I mean, like, why do you think Jamie like dyed her hair, made it look like her hair's dyed pink instead of just, like.
Yeah. Public school boys are douchey as possible. Good know. That's hot tip. Hot tip, useful to know. So yeah, he looks terrible. So no, I got the transfer, and we're back in the city. Everything is fine. Mostly fine. My family has been determined not to be a threat. The Vanguard is primarily focusing on the city, so my family is fine for now. They're for whatever reason they're focusing primarily on Halcyon City, so they're all fine, and I am where I need to be. How are you doing? How is your mother?
She's good. I'm doing great, I think. It's actually kind of fun, living on my own. I like it.
He's so upset with you.
I've got my own room, I'm conveniently leaving out the part that I'm living in a broken trailer in a warehouse.
Busted ass van in one of the quarantined, like, for your own safety sections of the city.
No, it's fun. I mean, I feel responsible for once in my life. So
you have been very responsible for many things, and most of them good. Some of them, bullies. But
He really just pleased you.
well, he knows Ember well enough to know that he's not going to be able to say.
Funny.
He knows Ember well enough to know that he's not going to be able to say something 100% positive without her immediately jumping in and slamming herself.
And
So he's
to
just
add
getting
the
ahead.
negative.
He's just getting
Yeah.
ahead of it and
If I'm
say
being honest, I was about to add the bullies too.
exactly. So he's just he's stealing your moves because he knows you. Yeah, I eventually, I don't know. Emilio is good stuff. The problem, and I realize the confusion here, is that the reason I know this actor is because he plays. Wait for it. He's in Dora and the Lost City of Gold, the live-action Dora the Explorer movie, as Diego.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not going to make my job any easier remembering his name.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but I realize his face, like it's perfect. It's perfect. Anyway, all right. So, Syl would be the first person to notice. Syl, as you're coming into the school and heading past the cafeteria, you hear Diego. Sorry, God damn it. You hear Emilio and Lucy talking at one of the tables in there.
Right, we don't get to call each other by our superhero names. This is so weird.
Colin's in there too. You can tell. But he's not sitting with them, and it doesn't seem to know that they're there. But you can quickly give, But yeah, you quickly the various things that are happening here. Like you're coming in with Penny, you're coming in with Jack, and you're coming in on the cafeteria. Syl's like, okay, Colin's in there. He's got way too many waffles for any one person to eat. And Lucy's in there talking to Emilio? What the hell is he doing here? Jack's like, awesome. Super. No. Actually, he doesn't actually sound too bummed out about that. He goes, all right, gang's all here. We can finally
Aww.
I love the best friends.
Best. Best.
They are best friends.
He could level up a little bit. It's moderately mid-level friends.
Best friends.
Okay. All right. Hey, Penny, go find your nerd boy and bring the waffles over to the table. I'm hungry. Please. And thank you. You have 45 minutes to first class, and I intend to get into a proper butter and sugar shock before then. All right. So, we're going to talk later. I think I see some of our friends coming, but we're going to talk later. I know you've been very independent. I want to help, but let me help you with your mother, if nothing else. We have resources, and we have some people that I've been allowed to get in touch with that you have been looking for. Some of you. You have, unfortunately, been fairly difficult to get in touch with safely.
That was sort of the point. And I don't think multiple people should know where my mom lives.
Oh, I'm not multiple people. I don't have that power. It's just to me.
Really?
Besides, we're going to move her, if you let me. There's a sauna. I was going to say there's a pool, but I realized that's not a huge selling point for you. But there is a sauna. Hot rocks.
We'll talk about her going, but I'd rather stay away.
But there will be less hugging then. I thought it's very invested
It's
in
very
some of the...
simple. They're looking for dangerous heroes. Not only am I naturally a dangerous person, but I'm also connected to Penny.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I think...
If they find me, wouldn't it make more sense to be alone?
What if they find us when they aren't looking for us? What? No. No, I said that wrong. What if we find them instead?
Well, when it comes
I am
to that,
so down for that.
when it
Get
comes
me
to
in
that, I will
there.
gladly move.
Get
All right.
me in there.
All right. So We can talk more after school. I have information. Hello, my friends! Everybody settle down. I'm going to go see if the ice cream machine is on yet. Ice cream and waffles. Ice cream, waffles, ice cream. Anyway.
Ice cream, waffles, ice cream, coffee.
Coffee and waffles?
Sugar like melting happy.
Hot water with sugar in it and ice cream? Yes? No. Bing! Anyway. All right. So yeah, school is a stress-filled blur for Ember because she's gonna ruin everything. The flashback is he's.
Wait, I
Go ahead.
actually have a quick question.
Yeah.
Is this my old normal public high school?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That would have been somewhere downtown probably. Why?
I cut my hair shorter. You cut yours shorter. Yeah.
Who cut her? What? I'm lost. Oh, what did you do?
Oh my
I mean, I
god.
always pictured it.
Oh, nice.
Not only am I incredibly attracted to that woman, it's a fantastic hairstyle.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was off track.
You chopped yours up. I mean, Sil went hardcore.
I mean, she didn't really have much shorter she could go, did she?
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
It was that and dying, and the bleach smells.
That's fair.
So.
Yeah.
She vowed never again.
What is Colin's check-in with you that he does when you're around a crowd of people and he wants to make sure that everything is okay, but he doesn't want to say anything, so he's got like some subtle little thing that he does. Like, yeah, I'm random, like tapping the inside of your wrist or bumping his knee against your knee under the table or anything like that. Like, what's his bit that he does? He can't exude pheromones properly, like in the way that you might be accustomed to with your people. So he found out early on you're not a huge fan of whatever cologne he can afford as a high school boy. So
Axe buddy spray.
High karate.
Liquid ass.
What's his little what is his thing?
Teakwood's Shoreside.
I mean, it could be as simple as him getting into the seat next to you and kind of acting like he's overbalancing to just bump his shoulder against you, and if you bump back, then everything's cool, and if you don't, then he knows it's not great.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like a little kick under the table.
Nice. Okay, cool. So Emilio very pointedly doesn't talk about anything except for complaining about the school that he was at, how very, very boring it was, how very, very away from the city it was. Transfers being what they were, visas had to be arranged for, but through all of that, actually, if you want, you could. He's putting something out here in his conversation. It's not as meandering as you might think. If you want to, let me see if this is actually sort of an appropriate move here. I'm just checking real quick. Yeah, if you want to, pierce the mask would be appropriate. See if you can figure out what's going on. I'm kind of curious. I would like one of you, I mean, ideally it would be Ember, but I'd like one of you to try to pierce the mask and see if you can figure out what he's trying to say. Because it's possible that you're so, like, just stressed out about it that you completely miss it.
I'm angry.
And it's based on mundane. Angry. I think you're all angry, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure we are.
Yeah.
Wait, it is mundane? I'll roll it. I mean,
Pierce the mask is mundane.
Other girls can roll it too, right?
Well, yeah. Actually, I'm curious to see if any of you guys pick up on this. So why don't you all give
Do
me
I have a +1?
Oh yeah, for Emilio, if you have you at least have a +1. I don't think any of the other Penny has influence too. So you two can roll with a +1 on. So roll mundane. When it asks you for a modifier, do a +1. Syl does not have influence, so Syl does not get a +1.
Should I try anyway?
Yeah, by all
See
means.
how poorly it
Well,
goes?
I want to see how well you guys actually pick up the subtle things that he's laying down. Ember gets some of it. Siliga?
Hey!
Palacine comes through with a 6? What? What?
Yeah.
She wanted some potential finally.
She's really not paying. She's just flat out not paying attention to Emilio at all. He's talking about stuff and she's like, whatever. She's busy like just kind of soaking in the waffles and the butter and Colin and everybody kind of being back at the table and all this stuff just goes. And to be fair, what he's doing is kind of inside baseball talk about paperwork and things like that and some, earthside intelligence. It's exactly the kind of thing that Palissy would miss even if she were paying attention. So that totally so I'm just going to have this stand in. Since you guys get one question, we'll go with what are you really planning, because that's what he's kind of trying to hand across to you. Because what he's complaining about, or what he's explaining, is this school he got moved to is sort of a holding school for, children of diplomats and that sort of thing when there's been some sort of mix-up. And obviously with everything else that was going on and Oversight having lost all of its paperwork and everything like that, Oversight didn't lose its paperwork. Oversight got blown the hell up. All the difficulties, and Aegis was monitoring some of this in conjunction with the FBI, and of course they haven't been able to do a very good job with their paperwork. Well, yeah, Aegis is basically has gone completely underground. They had a lot of forces on the ground when they were doing the Battle of Halcyon. That didn't go well, and who's left with Aegis has been kind of brought underground. So what he tells is a story of months and months of tedious stuff with the visas and trying to get that sorted out, and so he can be back in a school where he wanted to be, and all that kind of stuff. What he's really saying is his grandfather has arranged through extraordinary effort to basically create a completely different identity for Emilio. They went underground. They went into, the kind of underground that is not the kind of underground that Lucy went into. The kind of underground that's spacious and well-appointed and ridiculously expensive and probably super illegal in any other circumstances. But Granddad arranged for that, and then Granddad arranged for basically Emilio to come back into the city under completely different auspices. So, at one point in time he says, honestly, after all this paperwork, I'm practically, just to arrange everything, I mean, I as far as the paperwork's concerned, I'm barely even a member of my family anymore. Translation: my grandfather basically gave me a completely different ID, and I'm not even connected with, I've got no connection with the family, ourselves. A completely different ID, basically. My new name is Diego. No, although
Absolutely not.
I am gonna have that's his fake school ID. It's perfect, thank you. I am gonna that's his actual fake school ID. It says Diego Montoya or something like that. I don't know. Not Montoya. That's not the right name for Dominican. But anyway, he's we're never gonna worry about that. But that technically is his name right now. He also says some stuff about the help that he's had from government. He was able to finally get some people who are actually helpful within the government to help sort things out. They've been honestly their planning and organization was very surprising. It just took forever to actually locate an office that was fairly competent. The breakdown is I'm back in here with a secret identity, unrecognizable as such. And we were contacted while we were working through all this thing by some very efficient members of the government. Hint, hint. So apparently he's been able to get in touch, which honestly is very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Palestine. Now, Sil, I think you need to get a background that is what Sil would see going down the hallway. So, like, I'm thinking matte black. Anyway. Or like an X-ray shot, like a negative exposure version of it or something. I don't know. Anyway, still working on it? No. You fail.
Oh, you're just making it really blurry.
Wow. I mean, you just take the camera and set it like lens down on the desk. Plunk. Yeah, there. Nice. Well done. All right. So yeah, more to come on that, but he definitely makes it clear that, you know, Anyway.
I would say I definitely also try to be just as subtle in suggesting, oh, maybe we should all meet up after, which I don't think is something we've quite done in a while. Someplace secretive.
Yeah. Yeah, we can come to my house. This is Jack. We should come to my house. Nice, Sil. Thank you. Well done.
I am one with the darkness.
Yeah, we should come to my house. I gotta tell you, I mean, the cell signal is really, really bad there. In fact, you can't hardly get any electronic signals there at all some of the time. So yeah, we should.
But if I get pulled across the room by a ghost, I swear to God, I'm snapping your neck.
I will have to stop you from doing that.
Do not haunt me.
I'm not. There's so many more enjoyable ways to give you a hard time. Besides, totally inappropriate. You know, no means no. My uncles aren't going to get all grabby. My aunts might do something about that hair, though. I mean...
Use you?
I think it looks great.
Thanks, Sil. That means a lot coming from you.
You are so welcome.
I am going to punch every single one of you if you don't shut up right now.
I think it looks great. How many sessions have you been waiting to say something like that about somebody's hairstyle? I mean, seriously. Wow. That's a top-notch, solid burn, Branch. Solid burn. All right. No, it's hey, my abuela was a hairstylist. She might be able to give me a few tips. I could little feather, take some weight off your neck. No? You want some toast? No?
I'm leaving. Have fun.
See you after school. We can get all of us in the car. I'll give you a ride.
Seriously, the
I don't
color is
need a
great
ride.
on you.
What's that? What'd you say?
Seriously, the color is great on you.
I said I don't need a ride. She's on, as much as she is for the smart reasons she's being alone, she actually is enjoying being like sort of independent and doing things on her own.
I get that.
And yeah. I mean, she'll probably actually take the ride, but she's all like, I don't need a ride. I own a skateboard.
Nice. I'm just imagining that last little thing. Seriously, the color looks great on you. Finger over the shoulder.
Yeah.
To the blind girl, because that's really going to matter. Anyway. All right. So where was I on that thing? So, you guys are all up in different classes, spread out all over the school. A lot on your mind. You got an occupying force that pretending to basically be working in concert with the government, but obviously most people think that's pretty much BS. They're not exactly patrolling. They're not exactly in charge of everything, but they've sure had a few problems. Their enforcers tend to be a mix of Vanguard and people who used to be locked up in the Spike, rather. So, guys like this dude. One of the main reasons for a lot of the damage in the city that hasn't been repaired. This guy, he's back and out of jail.
Oh, come on.
Now he's got a uniform.
Is Jabber out of jail?
God damn it, he joined a fandom.
Yeah, Jabber. You haven't seen Fulcrum, but Fulcrum isn't the kind of person that you would necessarily see out on the front lines. But yeah, they've got a speedster. You're pretty sure it's probably Jabber based on the news, but you never get a really good shot. The after images on the camera are probably the right color, but it's hard to tell with him. But yeah, Jabber, Troll, the girl in the reflective suit thing. A lot of yeah, but yeah, they broke. Yeah, some people did not come back out. You haven't seen Brahma, so.
Haha! Even aliens hate you, bitch.
Or they're keeping him.
He's probably dead.
Or who knows what happened? But they, some of the really powerful ones with a certain power, like certain power sets. And you guys haven't really had a chance to really sit down and do any proper intel on this. There's some thinking about it, but honestly, there's so much stress the last couple of months that whenever you try to sit down and actually kind of work the problem, you just get so wound up in it trying to figure out, like, you start to sort of, I mean, research quickly turns into doom scrolling, right? And it's not helped a lot by the fact that the rest of the world is kind of like going, we're just going to sit over here, and if nobody pays attention to us, then they're just going to leave us alone and just deal with Halcyon City. And we're just not actually occupying the whole planet, just occupying one city. They can have one city. We never really liked those guys anyway. A lot of people just not paying a lot of not great. So that's kind of a stressful thing. You look at news from the rest of the world when you can get your hands on it, and the fact that they're really not talking about Halcyon City very much in a lot of the news feeds is telling. BBC doesn't talk about it really, except very rarely. Our alien visitors continue their somewhat strained relationship with the government, with the governing bodies of Halcyon City. That's sort of their take on things. Canada's take on things. The U.S. is a little bit noisier about it, but there's so many people arguing about who's right and wrong in the whole thing that
oh my god,
nobody can seem to accomplish anything there. Weirdly, Al Jazeera's English publication is the only one that seems to be like reporting on it every day. Just in like a completely straightforward, this is the news, so we're going to report on it kind of way, which is gratifying, but not really super helpful. So when you ever tried to work this problem and try to figure out patterns or anything like that, it's been difficult to kind of get out away from just the stress of having to deal with everything. So, obviously, tons on your mind. You guys, and on top of that, you're not really seeing each other in classes or anything like that. First class of the day, your instructors drop textbooks on the front of their desk to get everybody's attention, or some of them are writing up on whiteboards. Still, the one in your first class has an incredibly bad habit of squeaking their chalk. They still have a chalkboard, and they have a terrible habit of squeaking their chalk in a way that you got to think bugs
from 1980.
It makes in public school. It makes regular kids wince Fine, it's a whiteboard and it squeaks the whiteboard. It makes regular kids wince, and for you, it's like extremely unpleasant. All right, let's talk midterms, people. Tests today. I hope you are prepared.
I hope you're so close.
What's that?
Oh, I said something very not nice. It's okay.
Okay. All right. Sil, your your first class of the day is physical education.
Must be so bad at that class.
Oh,
Well,
shut up.
that's the thing. It's an obstacle course thing as part of it.
But that's
Oh wait, but don't I kind of have to like fake being bad?
so rude of them to force what they
No, they'll
what
give you
think of as a
they'll
blind person to do an obstacle
they'll
course.
give you a pass. They'll give you a different set where you just have to do a series of physical activities that comprise the obstacle course without having to actually navigate it. Okay? Which is one kind of test. That's just a straight up mundane roll. Alternately, it would be freak if you want to just cut loose and actually run the thing.
Don't do it. Don't do it, dude. We are trying not to get caught. Don't. No.
Look on her face.
Oh, I
And we're
want
pausing.
to so badly.
And we're going to pause there while you're thinking about that and go over to Lucy, who
Who I hate
Not in math classes. Not in.
Ember.
I know, it's so weird now.
Yours is weird. Like, I
Because
hear
everyone
Penny
started
every
calling
once
me
in a while, but Lucy, we never hear your name.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, for you, take your pick, Jamie. But Ember is basically an academic midterms. That's the first class, whether it's science or math or anything like that. It's going to be academic midterms.
Well, math would be torture, but she loves science, so if I have a say in it, I'm gonna say science.
All right, you can be science. That's fine. So science midterms and Lucy, not Lucy, Penny. Yeah, it's academic midterms for you as well. But what is it? Like math, science, biology? What's that?
Math.
Math. But you guys completely unprepared for. I mean, the stress of all this other kind of stuff. You guys are just like, it's like you completely forgot that this was a thing on the table right now. Unfortunately. Hey, Sil, what are you gonna do?
I will do the exercises they give me. Like a good little blind girl. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now, make me do the roll before I change my mind.
Okay. It is a mundane for you. It is a mundane roll where you're just doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups.
Are you?
Ooh, oh my lord.
That's so not good. But hey, it's just gonna eat. Nobody likes it anyway.
Normal was a bad idea.
Normal was a bad idea. Hell, think about how bad that roll would have been if it had been freak. Why is it so low? Okay. All right. I actually know why that's low. It wouldn't have passed either way, but I know why it's low. Because you're angry. So, who's the jackass? Oh, I know exactly. Oh my god! I am the smartest man alive!
Who am I gonna punch in the face? Who's it gonna be?
So, tell me who it is in the class who thinks you're hilarious to be overkind to. Like to be so solicitous and helpful and la, 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 la. Who's that?
You are making me want to hit things so badly, and I have zero opportunity to do this. His name is Trevor.
And he's the nicest guy. And he said, it's like, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just want to help. It's okay. I mean, I realize probably going to be instantaneously friend zoned over here, and I can live with that. It's totally fine. Doesn't matter how pretty you are. I'm just rising above that. I'm just here to help you with this. This is what this is what it's been like with him for the last 4 months.
I'm sorry. I hate.
So you're just about ready to line up on this whole thing, and he's like, "Hey, volunteer spotter, I'm ready for you." Casey, how are you doing this morning? You look lovely as always. I love that haircut. Have I mentioned that before? I think I probably do every day. I love that haircut on you. I think I probably mentioned that though. It's like every day, right? So he has just helpfully, this is after about the third or fourth event and is like, I mean, you are actually incredible. If you weren't
Blind.
unfairly
Visually impaired?
you'd be amazing. I mean, you're amazing anyway. But man, I think you would.
I have a boyfriend.
You would.
Not only do I have a boyfriend, the role of side hoe is also taken. So you could probably just go.
I'm not trying to say. I'm just saying you could destroy all of us in the obstacle course if the situation was different. And you are literally second. See, you think this is the worst thing that's about to happen. This is not the worst thing that's about to happen.
Oh, I know. I'm just reminding myself this is a role-playing game. Everything is fake. This is not real, even though people like this do exist. This is not a real thing that's happening to me, and I do not need to get unnecessarily angry.
Breathe. I'm gonna bring back an old friend. Okay.
Bring back from the desert, Benny?
So he's like, no, all I'm saying is that you'd be really awesome if you could, yeah. Look, all I'm saying is, and he is literally jerked back and up, and one of his shoes comes off. And it's so abrupt that he doesn't even have time to go while he's flying, and he lands in like a tumble pit, like for the uneven bars.
That's my side hoe.
You think it is? It's not. But anyway, somebody jerks him by the back of the shirt, and you feel the person lean in. It's like, if he had any idea what you could actually do, I mean, I have to hand it to you. I'd have punched his throat right back through his ass by now. So good on you. How about I spot you for the rest of the way?
Who is it? It's not Chad. No.
And he's being cool. Is she coming over to hit me? I think she's coming to hit me. Don't hit me.
I cannot believe you!
You rolled a 4! I have to give Chad influence over you. It's the only way that you... I mean... Deep breath.
Just saying, this is amazing.
In the words of the Buddha, you gotta let this shit go. I love you. No, but this is the thing. It's not just Chad, but Chad's being cool.
Yeah, that's the worst part. He's not even doing a bad thing. He's doing a good thing.
And he's being cool about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hi guys.
Mark potential. And also, would you make a note? I mean, I'll put it on your character. You mark potential, and I will mark. Brahma never has influence over me. Influence over me. Add Chad. Chad has influence over me.
I wanted to punch the man.
I mean, to be fair, he could take it. You want me to hold the heavy bag? You can miss a couple times. I won't mind. It's fine. I understand.
Stop. Stop making him cool. I hate, Dad. I'm knocking you as your poor, suffering daughter. You can't do this.
There is a much bigger bad guy than Chad now, and is floating in space up over top of the.
But he's not being a bad guy right now.
That's what I mean. In context, he's really not that bad. Or, well, let's put it this way. His world went to shit and he realized he didn't have to be a shit to everybody. Maybe. I don't know. He's a lot better than, what'd you call that guy? Trevor? Thad? What was his? Trevor. He's better than Trevor. You realize there was somebody worse than Chad. And it's Chad being nice. No, it is. Sorry. Can I tell you something, though? How long into this conversation when you realize that, he's actually being okay? I think Chad's been in the class. It's not like it's any great surprise. He has stayed clear of you because of instructions, which we'll get to a very nice, very nice. Wow. I tell you what, we should just make the entire chat board be the main screen because honestly, this is gold. We'll get a flashback here to Hellbinder, basically, in a little bit. But due to instructions, you guys are supposed to generally stay clear of each other. You have training. That training is Vigil's training. Vigil's training doesn't care. Vigil doesn't care about your feelings. That's not true. But tactics do not care about your feelings. Really? Really? Let it go. Tactics don't care about your feelings, and you're about halfway through working the heavy bag over with Chad when you start to think to yourself, where are we going to be able to use him in the plans? Because I think he could probably, he seems like he'd be halfway reliable now, at least if Penny asked him.
I'm so sorry you have to go through this, Boo. This is emotional manipulation.
Penny, how'd your science test go? Or was it math? How'd your math test go, Penny? It is a superior test. Penny's making a face.
It's probably not very good.
It's hard because you're under a lot of stress. Ooh. Managed to pull it. Man, that -2 stings a little bit.
Yeah.
You got a lot on your mind. In this case, what is it that would mess with? What is the thing that messes with your? So we're having you do superior assess and prevent.
Out of everything?
Well, she's feeling guilty, so it's like as soon as she starts asking about the math test is right there, but her mind is all on everything that's going wrong and how she's still feeling, responsible for it and all this other kind of stuff.
Look at the chat.
My hair keeps slouching.
But you managed to get through. You managed to make it out.
Where'd the chat go?
What chat?
The chat where you see the rolls. Hold on.
Click on the tab up at the top. Make sure you're in the right one.
What? But it's gone.
Yeah, I'll come over. A team may choose to spend team on 10 plus. You passed with flying colors. 7-9. You did all right, but had to sacrifice something to make the cut. You disappointed an adult. Give an adult influence over you. Well, adults already have influence. Let's just say it's not going to give your academic standing any help, Penny. It's not a great. You honestly, you turn it in and you just don't even know how you did. And you have to. Your first thought is like as you're turning it in, and you're like look, and you're actually as you're turning it in, you're spotting several questions that you got wrong, just like you've just looking at it for the first time. And your first thought is, Mr. Brick got me on the mathletes. Colin recruited me. And, like if they could see me now. Bleh. This is the worst. And you also kind of want to go back to that too. Let me see what's wrong with the rolling.
See, I click on it. It just doesn't show up.
That is weird. Let's just do this. Reload a file. There we go.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. The problem is, like, you guys desperately need some comfort and supports, and you're all kind of awful at it right now.
Yeah, but we're all angry, so we're like, I care about you so much right now.
Hey, Sil.
Yo, what's up, man?
This is Chad. This is Chad.
Mhm.
Break the bag. Break it. Like seriously.
Why?
It'll make you feel better. We'll probably get detention for screwing around, but break it.
I would just like you to really think about this decision right now. Just think of Lucy's voice just in your mind right now. I haven't burned a single person yet. Don't you dare.
But I really want to break the bag.
Break it.
Yeah, and I really want to set some people on fire.
Trust me. Break it. You will
It's
feel
Chad, for God's sake.
better.
When have we ever taken advice from Chad?
But he's saying smart things, like break the bag.
Break the bag. Come on. We're going to get the bell quick. Class is going to be over. Take your shot.
Goddamn bag.
No!
Just
I'm
a big spinning
sorry!
KO. Wham!
Weak. I have little to no impulse control, and I've been holding myself back this entire session. I just want to break something.
He's right in the middle of the sentence, like, come on, Sil, do it. Just, boom! And the bag comes off. You've seen like the Captain America thing where he like hits the heavy bag and it just rips loose, and the bag goes back. Chad goes back, and they both fly back into the same stupid pit that he threw. Thad? No, not
Trevor.
Thad. Trevor. Sand from inside the bag goes everywhere. What? I need a last name for Chad. Marco?
Random name generator.
I want a random name generator. I just need a last name.
Name generator. No, that's number.
Hey, I redid my hair. That's what I was doing this entire time.
It looks
I
nice.
think it's better.
Tanner.
I added a bow this time too. Because, she's trying to not look like herself.
I need random. Generate a name.
First name, Chad. Write some names.
I got secondhand satisfaction from you breaking the bag, if I'm being honest.
Vanderbeek. Vanderbeek, what are you doing over there? It wasn't me, sir. It was, it was Kate. All right, you know what? Both of you. You haven't been able to deal, you haven't said 2 words to each other this entire semester. Now you're in trouble. Principal's office after school. Thank you. And right then the bell rings. Sil, clear. Sil.
Great. So now we gotta wait for Sill's detention to be over before we can hang out.
Sil.
Yes, Father?
Clear angry. I mean, if you recall, hang on here. Let me draw your attention. You guys have a lot of conditions right now.
Oh, I wonder whose fault that is.
I mean, I don't want to call you guys out for your poor choices. I don't think that's fair. I should probably stop this when you're so close so you can reach me so easy. I do want to draw your attention to this, though, because this lets you remind yourself about a few ways that you could clear out some of your more troublesome aspects. I will point out that afraid, discard this card at the end of a scene. Sorry, not afraid, angry. Discard this card at the end of the scene if you hurt someone or break something important. Which is to say something that would, for which there would be some consequences. Can't just randomly, like, you know, snap a bit.
Oh, bad.
Snapping. I broke the bat. I'm pain, and I broke the bat.
I can never do this.
Anyway,
You guys wanna know
to be
what's
fair, you started that. That's not my fault. All right. So Penny's having a rough time. She's not doing great. Yay. Not so much. And how is science?
Hold on. I have.
Yes, ma'am.
Give me 5 seconds. I have to leave the call and rejoin. Something
Okay.
is weird.
No problem. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You remind me of Dave when you do that.
The humming?
Mhm.
All right. Hey, Penny, do you want to hurt your academic standing or do you want to disappoint an adult?
Someone said something.
That's a hard decision. Both sound like great choices.
Don't they? I mean, it's kind of disappointing an adult, like in standing. You didn't have to roll anything to break the bag, Cell, by the way. That's just, you could just do that. You didn't have to roll.
Yeah, I know I didn't. I rolled to try to fix my chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Your face is frozen, but we can hear you. You look very thoughtful, so it's fine. Oh, you're moving a little bit. It might be the bandwidth kind of choking up on doing voice and video together. I think that was the problem that we had before. Can you hear us okay? That might be a no.
Hello.
Can you hear us? Hello? Hello? Nope. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, wait. Jamie, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I see you have...
Yeah, hold on. Wait. I'm going to try
Do you want to have it call you instead?
default. And hold on. Hello.
Bum, 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 bum. As you're leaving class, Palestine, what do you do?
Can you hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yes, you're a little muffled, but we can hear you.
Muffled.
Do you want to have this? Do you want to have the call you on your phone? No. Okay.
No.
Okay. We can hear you. I say something a little bit longer.
Hi, how are you? I'm good today.
It's not awesome. I won't lie. It's not awesome, but I can make out what you're saying. Palacine, as you're heading out of class, what do you do?
I feel like Jamie would rather hurt her academics than disappoint an adult, but Palacine cares about school.
Oh
So
yeah.
it's gonna disappoint an adult, I guess.
So yeah, Mr. Brick is when he finally gets caught back up with you is going to be like, okay, seriously, what happened? Um, yes, I know the world was ending, but that doesn't mean you ignore your grades.
I'm sorry, Mr. Brick. I still love you.
Oh God.
Oh my god, do not say that.
You have angry, guilty, afraid.
Okay, I'm all good now. I just won't use the headphones. I just have to be quieter.
Okay, thank you. That's okay. Um, Penny. Actually, I've got a fun one for you here. You've got, now that you realize what day it is, you've got a series of academic tests coming up for the rest of the day. And you just don't want to. It sounds like the worst possible day. And it's a 10-minute walk back to that porta potty and back down into the base and go back down to Demir and just hang out with Lagaya cuddling for the rest of the day, eating nutrient paste until everybody else catches up. You just ditch.
Okay.
So yeah, you look and the bell goes and you're looking in the hallway and looking and like, nope.
Wow, everybody else's day is going terribly. I really hope mine doesn't go the same.
I'm sure you'll escape this.
Hey Penny, clear afraid as you run from something difficult.
Yeah, so the only other condition I have other than angry is hopelessness. So please don't set up a situation where I'm, unleashing my powers on everyone. I don't think that would be very good.
You discard the card at the end of the scene if you fling yourself into easy relief.
Really? I thought hopeless was,
It's a penalty to unleashing your powers.
Oh.
But discard this card at the end of a scene if you fling yourself into easy relief. Basically, you can clear any conditions that you want as long as you do something that isn't particularly like healthy as a coping mechanism. Basically, I mean that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. Got it.
So hurt someone or break something important, you don't have to use your powers to do that. It's just a lot easier for you to use your powers to do that. In the environment that you're at right now, the potential for your powers to go awry can be reflected in one of two ways now. One, the powers could literally just go awry, which is, that's standard Ember at this point. It could also be, instead of them going awry, them kind of sending up showing up on somebody's sensors. So you've basically got another sort of set of like what happens if I roll a 6 kind of thing, which it goes fine and I'm actually under control, but 14 klaxon alarms go up in the Vanguard ship. Is there like meta detected, high power meta detected, that kind of thing. Sill's not going to trip that trigger at any point in time just punching the bag.
I'm not considered a high-powered.
Well, I mean, it might eventually get back. Like some worm in the school reports things back if you see something, say something. Vanguard wants you to help yourself. Those posters are up everywhere. Anyway. All right, so let's find out about your how your tests are going, since your mind is so clearly on your academic stuff. So yeah, it is a superior test. Hooray!
Okay, good. Do I have any bonuses?
I don't think so. It's just straight up superior, which, to be fair, is about as bad as everybody else has had to deal with today.
Not
Everybody,
even because I'm good at science?
not even because you're good at science. Because right now your superior is where it is because your mind
Ugh.
is on other stuff. What is it? How bad is it?
Oh.
Oh, hey, Sil, she did worse than you did.
Really? Oh, she did.
I didn't even think that was possible. Oh,
I didn't even have any minuses.
yeah, you didn't. Wow, that's impressive. Jamie, you missed it. Ember managed to roll worse than Sil did. I mean, you at least got a 7. You should feel fine. All right. Let me see what we got here.
Mm.
That was so weird. My computer kept like turning your guys' videos off. And so I thought you guys were just clicking the button over and over, and then I realized it was a me problem. So now that I'm back in, it's working, but I was like really weirded out.
This is a me problem, isn't it? All right. You're about halfway through the test when you realize that you forgot to go over to your mom's this morning.
Aw, shit.
Miss, can I go to the bathroom?
No, we're in the middle of a test.
I know, but it's lady problems, you know?
Bring your test up here.
Okay.
This is your only opportunity to do this test, Lucy. And we haven't exactly been covering ourselves with glory this semester, have we? Just make it back here as fast as you can.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you do?
Oh. The stupid thing to do. Emilio's in a class right now, right? Or does he have an off?
You're not exactly sure. This is literally his first day in school, so you don't know what his period is. I mean, he took off like he had class the first period, so yeah.
Well, then I'm going to send in the group chat, emergency, anyone available?
I mean, the group chat would basically be like this. You talking about the psychic link?
No, like literally on my phone.
Oh, okay. Hang on 1 sec.
Yeah.
She's actually getting super stressed out by the academic stuff crashing up against actual things and nothing going right. It's kind of
Wow.
she's like, this is
Well, if it's any consolation, the way I'm looking at it is when I'm applying to college, and they're going to see that was during an alien invasion. I mean,
Yeah, our sophomore year wasn't great. It was COVID. It was COVID. Yeah, they should just ignore this year.
yeah. So actually, instead of texting each one of them, I'm probably gonna call each one of them as I'm trying to sneak out the school, and just whoever picks up first. So I would actually probably try and call.
It's Jamie because Jamie ditched. So
Well, I would actually try and call Emilio first, and then
he does one of those things where you can like hang up, but also immediately text back with like an auto thing. As I'll call you back as quick as I can, like one of those auto things.
And then she would call Jack. Actually,
Really?
yes, because if he's available, I'm gonna ask him to use his powers. Because I need my mom to be here like that. Because my idea is if I can't get anyone to help me, then I'm just gonna leave. But if I can get someone to get my mom here, I can do it really fast with her. And then
you kind of doing it here might be tricky.
I know.
Because you've got some stuff set up in your apartment so that it doesn't necessarily have like a big signature. Doing it out here, it's going to be a little like you have to roll for it, kind of a deal. I'm not saying it's not a great idea. Jack's power signature isn't small either.
I know. I don't
know. He actually just answers in the middle of class. He's like, "Yeah, what?
I need help right now."
Like I'm in the middle of a test. Yeah, I'll hang up in a second. Just give me a sec. Jesus.
Well, you answered.
Well, I know I answered, but because you never call. So will you give me a minute? I will get off in a second. It's important. Okay. No, you don't take the, call Sil after class. I'll find her. Yeah, here. Oh, Jesus, take the phone. He's taking the phone.
Okay, so.
You start working your way down the list.
Yeah, I'm assuming I get to Penny.
Yeah, Penny actually picks up right away, and she sounds like she's outside.
All I say is help. Like, what? Just well, I assume as I'm saying this, I'm like walking out the doors.
You're actually at the elevator, like the Elipati? Portivator? Portivator.
I'm like, I need help with my mom. It's sort of really hard to explain everything right now. Where are you?
Not at school.
You're 2 minutes away from Demir. You're literally 2 minutes away from Demir. And Demir is less than a minute away from the school.
I'm just like, come back. Just get back here.
Okay.
Let me look at Palisade.
Actually, no. I would actually, instead of saying get back here, I would say, get my mom to the school secretly as fast as possible.
It might be better if she takes you to where everything's laid out. It'd be faster to get you to the school. All right.
Yeah. I'm like, just get over here right now.
All right, Penny, sneaky Demir, traveling through the city. You can do it. You just have to be good about the stealth stuff. I need you to roll freak for me to unleash your powers and overcome the obstacle of.
Don't get a 3.
Orbital space. I don't think she can't mathematically get a 3. She could fail, but
yeah.
A 13.
Thank God.
Okay, that's back to my normal voice. Everything's okay.
God.
Welcome back.
I'll tell you this. It's like you get out of the school, you drop into the mirror, you do the thing, you get in touch with the ship. The bay opens up and the water starts, and you. It's actually like a floor thing that Iris open. You sink down into the water and then out, and it just feels this feels right. You're finally acting and doing something, and it finally feels right for the first time in 5 months, where you're doing something. Yeah, Demir dripping lands. It's just the water. It's just the water. Like all you see is the water dripping because the ship is still kind of stealth. Lands on the street outside the not even outside the school. Like you're in like a playground's not the right word, but you know, like some like a parking lot outside of the high school. You crowd in, take off, and get back to your mom's. I'm not going to make you roll. Because, like I said, it's kind of set up in your place to be able to do this relatively safely, and we've already done it. I like doing the rolls all out like the first time that you do it, and after that, it's kind of like, okay, let's just take that as read. We know how that works, and there's not any real reason to change this up.
I apologized so many times that I'm like, I am so sorry, Mama.
Sweetie, you have so much stuff to keep track of. It's fine. We don't have to do it every day. It's fine. She's not exactly right, but she can manage under duress more than one day, probably. It's very hard. It's not pleasant to see her the next day if she's had to go a day without. And there have been times when you just have to do it that way, and there's a lot of anxious text calls back and forth between you and your brother sorting that out. But you guys can definitely sort that out. Okay. So now at this point, so this takes about probably half an hour, 40 minutes or something to sort that out. What do you?
So that was a bathroom trip.
Yeah. So what do you do when you're done? Don't you have to go? Do you have to get back to school?
Yeah, I go back to school.
Okay.
Well, that'll be a fun conversation.
Well,
I'm gonna go back to the science teacher and try and explain that my mom has been really sick and on did our phones get taken for I guess they didn't for the test.
Yeah.
But just being like, oh, when my mom texted me that she was having an emergency and I freaked out. I'm so sorry. There's no one there to take care of her. And just the sob story. I hope that she pities me enough to let me retake the test.
Penny, after you drop off Lucy at the school, where do you go? Do you go back to the base, or what do you do? And do you do anything with Lucy while you're taking her back to the school? You do or say anything? Do you want to try to drop a comfort and support? I realize you're still angry.
Yeah. I probably should though.
Give it a shot.
Thanks, girl.
Hey, what do you say though? I want to hear what do you say though? Like, what's this comfort and support look like for you? Rushing out of school, goes to her mom, she's coming back.
Just saying, like, breathe, cool down. Just breathe.
Breathing exercises.
Just, like, reassuring words.
It's actually an 8 out of 7 because it's actually a 9 out of 7 because you have influence over her. Plus, Demir gives you a bonus to comfort and support rolls. So between those two things, you actually get another couple of pluses. But yeah, even angry, you're still the best person for comfort and support most of the time if you got Demir around. So yeah, you're sitting there like basically using Demir like a what's the foam squishy things? Kaylee, the foam, the squishies, yeah. Yeah, Demir's like basically a body temperature squishy for you to kind of knead with your fingers while you're getting up there, and Palestine's just kind of, the seat's heated, it might vibrate a little bit, just a little bit of physical therapy. All right, comfort and support on a 7. On a hit, they hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels. If they open up to you. So
Well,
how,
I already unmarked helpless, so I do plan on opening up, but um,
still not letting go of angry though, huh?
no. It's always the last to go and first to come.
All right.
Um,
So how do you open up to this whole thing? Like, what do you say? What do you do?
Thank you. It's just I am really, I don't know. My mom and I are both high profile, high powered, dangerous people. And if I make one mistake, it's not just me who gets in trouble. And and for some reason, all of a sudden, I want to be a good student now. So, you know, um, I mean, I'm not even living with her anymore.
And Palestine's like, yeah, good student, sounds fun. I ditched for the entire day. This is the monologue going on in her head. I'm going to go home and eat every single tub of ice cream that we have in there because I have the metabolism of a strange alien creature.
Yeah, and I mean, she probably even mentions that she's living in like a trailer truck, which she hasn't told anybody. I mean, she said she's like, yeah, I'm living alone and it's cool, but she hasn't like been like, yeah, I'm actually living in a broken trailer truck to anyone. Um, and like just the fact that she feels completely and utterly responsible for her mom and her brother because she feels like she dragged them into it.
Yikes. It's a lot. She dumps a lot. It's a big stream of consciousness.
Sad boy hours.
Boys who are down bad.
This is pretty much what I had in mind here. Let me put this in. I'm just going to put this in Roll20 chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice on the inside ish.
I mean, kinda.
Anyway, all right. So, the science teacher is very understanding. You can absolutely make up this test in detention after school today.
Thank you.
And I'm assuming I'm
Hi,
also
not
getting
just me.
detention.
What's that? What's that? Penny? What did you say?
I'm assuming I'm also getting detention.
If you come back to school at all today, and it would be convenient to me if you actually, Colin says, hey, he sends you a text at about like you're on your second like Ben and Jerry's, second or third Ben and Jerry's, and he sends you a text like, hey, so they're looking for you in the school. If you got back here after lunch, you'd probably be in less trouble and stuff. Just
I don't want to go back, but I will for Colin.
cool. Because I sort of covered for you for a couple classes, and I'm sort of in trouble.
Oh,
So
and
I'd like
Jack
to
is
be
in
on.
trouble for answering his phone.
Oh God, yes, yeah. So
Okay, so now I just need to get Emilio in trouble, and we're all there.
actually, you don't need to get Amelia in trouble. That's not really going to be a problem.
Oh, great. Okay. No, he's like, oh, you guys all got detention? Okay. He starts chucking food at people.
All right, so it's after school detention. Everybody's filed in. All of you have been given extra work as part of your stuff. Penny's got 2 tests to take. Your proctor will be in to observe your tests momentarily. Those of you who are not immediately taking tests, be silent. Oh, wow. Mood.
Yes.
Mood.
Oh my god, I gotta find one now.
All right. Oh, here's your proctor now. I will leave you to it. Your proctor walks in. It's Special Agent Parker.
Oh, lovely. Great. I love how we're all just friends here, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's good to see all of you. Penny, I'm
So
glad
where
you're
have you
okay.
been?
That is a tale. That is a tale to tell, and we will get to it. Do me a favor, actually finish up your test so we don't have to worry about that particular story. And as soon as you're done, we will get... Very nice, Jamie. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And again,
When you were in
thank
detention,
Yes. Yes.
Where's the weed?
no, that's not the line. The line is, yo, can I bum my dubage? Anyway. It's a good movie. It's a problematic movie to watch these days, but it's a good movie.
great movie.
If you want to see people from very different lifestyles bonding during detention and have it not be problematic, I recommend the first Jumanji movie. Anyway. All right. So, we have a lot to discuss. Aegis, Cloak, and Dagger units are at your disposal. And I think it's about time that we all start to get to work.
Took you long enough.
There's been a lot going on. All right. Let's hurry up so we can get on to the briefing. All right, and... Hey, Sil. All right. Before we wrap up, because we're going to wrap up real soon, does anybody want to do any, like, touch base, comfort and supports, any of that kind of stuff? With anybody, to anybody, say anything, do anything, any of that kind of stuff. Sil, you are feeling a little bit better. Oh, Chad's in here too, by the way.
This is the best one.
He's like, am I allowed to be here? Yes, Mr. Oh, what did I actually came up with the name for him? Yes, Mr. Vanderbeek, you are allowed to be here.
Are you sure?
It's fine. We're contacting a number of members of your class that have been spread out through this school. And we're cutting back to a flashback with Hellbinder and Princess Arizelia. She's standing in front of your homeroom.
She's good? She's good?
She got, well, you guys fixed the thing, right?
Yeah, I know. I just want to make sure she's good. Like, she's good, right?
She's good. But this is a flashback to 5 months ago. It was probably 2 or 3 days after the briefing. You're in the class. The official adult heroes for the city are going to handle this. All of us will. We are asking all of you to go into effectively witness protection protocols, if not the actual program, for the purposes of making sure that you are not put at risk until we know what we're actually up against. And we've gotten as much intel as we can from the Princess Palatine, but we believe this should be handled as, despite the heroics that this class, especially certain members of the class, have evidenced many times, we believe that this can be best handled by the adults. So, you specifically, Cohort B, are going to be mostly remanded into the school program for Gardner High School, and you will be spread out. You will not know each other beyond what is allowed to, what happens naturally within the school. We will ask you to stay undercover and, as much as possible, keep to yourselves and stay out of the way.
I forget. Did you say if this was my old public high school or not?
It can be if you want it to be. I think it's further out from the center of town where like your apartment and stuff was. I think you would have been in a different one. But
Yeah.
yeah, they would have tried that. Gardner's like just further out. If the situation requires that we expand our operations, I'm no good at talking like this. If everything goes wrong, we'll call. Because if everything's gone wrong, you're going to be the last people that we've got.
Great. That's encouraging.
This is from 5 months ago. This is him like,
Yeah.
and you know, Hellbinder's no good at talking to you like, I'm an adult and you are children. He's like, no, this is how
I
this
mean, I'll
BS
give
is
him
going to.
props. It fell apart over the course of 6 months, basically. Took
Well,
him half a year to fail. Good job, guys.
It doesn't exactly fail. I mean, they brought in 30 warships, all with like essentially superpowered, forces and stuff. There's like 1 million soldiers in orbit.
I didn't.
Yeah, but we have like 3 people who are ready to do their I win button, you know?
One way or the
So-
other. Well, technically, one of them's already used their button, but you do have, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
You don't understand. There's only a few of us, but we all have moment of truth. We are
I don't
gonna,
know. I'll just watch.
we're gonna MOT these bastards all the way back to the Andromeda galaxy. Anyway, so that's mostly the Flash. The idea is you guys are gonna go like basically undercover, and they split up all of Phoenix Academy, so different cohorts went into different areas. In some cases, not even in the city. You find that out later that most of the cohorts didn't even stay in the city. You guys did stay, and for whatever reason, not all of you though. I mean, they did try to get Emilio out of here, but that was because his situation was complicated. I actually like that for Halcyon City, that background that Kayla you had up there a little bit, like a stylized Halcyon City. All right. And last thing he says is, I hope that we don't need to send anybody after you. If we do, I'm sure you'll recognize the person that comes. And there's Special Agent Parker. All
Well,
right.
This is just great.
First, yeah. I mean, Palestine was trying to explain that this was a lot worse than they thought it was going to be, and they took that under advisement. And now, well, that's pretty. It's pretty impressive how it looks like it's just one long cityscape now, just whoosh.
Mhm.
Yeah, that actually is really cool.
All right. Did anybody want to will you guys have some time? Do you guys want to say anything? I mean, you guys have been trying to stay apart from each other for quite a while, so anybody want to hug it out?
Yes, I'm gonna try and comfort and support both of them.
Oh.
So, but because, if I do 2 of them, then I get more the chance to succeed, right? Theoretically.
I mean, that is one way to look at it. One of the other ways to look at it is,
Or potential.
You could fail twice.
you could fail catastrophically twice because.
But I only need 2 more potential to ding. So. Oh wait, I forgot to mark 1 for that terrible 3.
Because your mundane is a 1 and you are angry. So.
What's the worst that can happen, right?
Well, you do get a +1 because you have influence, so that at least gets you to a flat 0. How about you pick one person and give somebody else a turn at the wheel? See what you can do. Who you want to comfort most? I mean, Penny did you. Could be round robin. I don't know.
You know what? Sure, because I sort of was able to catch up with Penny, even if it was just for a moment. I just I'm sitting next to Syl, and I'm like, I just don't know how you do this. And just I just want you to know that you mean a lot to me.
Oh dear.
And It's just that, like, that, you know, you mean a lot to me, and I don't know how I could do this without you.
I'm gonna fucking cry.
I really, 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 really hope she rolls well. All right, Ember, hit it. There is one team in the pool, so if it's close, Jamie, you might be able to push up. It's remember to put your +1 in, so that you get at least a flat 0.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rooting for you. Ooh, you got an 8.
Holy shit! My heart was just racing so much.
You know what? Can I say? I'm not gonna say it yet. I'll wait. Sil, you get to do stuff, pick up potential clear condition or something if you open up. If you open up in return, in some way, shape, or form. Crying counts. I think if you just cry and give her start hugging and crying, I think that counts. Or even if you don't hug, if you're just sitting there crying.
Is she just gonna have a breakdown?
And I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. I
I
didn't
was
mean.
not expecting this.
That's not what I meant to do.
So what's funny about this is you two are talking, and the crying starts happening, and Lucy's like, "Oh, not," and she's crying, and you're crying, and you guys are over there. Emilio and Jack start to see this, and they move, and Colin grabs both of them by the hoodies on the back of them, and they're like, "Nope." He leans all the way, not, and they're like, "What?" He's like, "No."
Not. No.
No,
Do you want to go get coffee? Coffee?
Colin knows. You stay the hell out of this. Somebody's going to get throat punched and somebody's going to get burnt. You step into that mess. All right. So, Sil, you can clear a condition or pick up potential. Did you mark your potential from that other horrible roll that you had?
Yeah, I have 4.
Nice. You're close.
Man, sophomore year sucks.
Okay.
Especially
Sil,
when the world is like going to shit and stuff.
hey Sil, do you want to do anything? Do you want to try to cap this thing off, or what do you think?
I feel like I'm gonna not do well.
Well, what's
To
the
be
worst that
fair-
can happen if you don't do well?
Okay.
In the
Right?
worst case scenario, at least you ding, and if you
Yeah.
don't ding, it goes out. Your mundane's a 1. You're not angry right now.
All right. I'll do it for Ember.
Now remember, you've got influence, so give yourself a +1 on the roll. But what do you say? What do you say back? Because the crying thing is how you come back. But what do you say to her to comfort her? We are going to kick this guy's asshole up through his adenoids. I promise you. No. In case you're wondering, adenoids are like right up here in your throat, like right here.
I think it's all gonna be worth it. I think once we get through this mess, we're finally gonna get ourselves sorted out, and you can go back to having a normal family life, and
Right.
we can all just kind of get back to it. But it's gonna be. I think it'll be okay.
It better, because I cut my fucking hair for this shit, so.
So did I.
Roll.
Yeah, but your hair was already short. It's not like you can see it, so it doesn't matter.
Roll your thing, because that's a good turnaround.
That's there.
I like it. I'm rooting for you guys. I really am. Hit those dice. Let's have it. Mundane +1 on the modifier. Wow. Holy moly.
Wait, just as like a really nice thing, can me and Kat then both comfort and support Jamie?
I mean, you can help each other, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like one of us does the role and the other helps.
So,
but I mean,
okay, let me look at that move, because you guys are like, you so rarely do the comfort and supports. I'm a little.
And we so rarely do them well.
Yeah, comfort and support. On a 10 plus, you can also add team to the pool or clear a condition yourself. Still, you can clear your other condition.
I want it gone. Sorry, guys. Team is great, but I
So,
want to be condition free.
Amber, you can clear a condition or mark potential. You should clear condition.
Yeah, I cleared
This is all about clearing conditions. Comfort and support, yeah. They can mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels. It's open up to you. And that could be the comfort and support could be as simple as saying, Palestine, Penny, get over here. There's hugging.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking like we're both kind of crying and being like,
The hands.
this better be worth it. And we turn to Penny and we're like, get the fuck over
They
here.
just kind of grope blindly with their off hands and yank you into the
Come
big
here.
group hug. Who's rolling it though?
It's just in the corner, like, what the frick?
Who's gonna roll it?
Cat, dice.
We're over at they're over in the other corner. The guys are this thing, and Emilio starts to open his mouth, and Jack goes, "I'm not hugging." He doesn't even look at him. He's just watching you guys, and he's like, Emilio starts to go, and Jack's like, "I'm not hugging." Nope.
Okay. Round 2, baby!
Come on.
All right, I'm putting team in the pool because you don't have another option right now. Very nice, very nice. I was really, really rooting for you guys on that. I gotta tell you. That's team in the pool. Penny, that's a cleared condition. Assuming you just get into the hug and everybody has a good huggy cry.
I also want to say this.
Yes.
I didn't look it up on Pinterest. I came up with it in my own brain.
Okay.
However, it's a very Pinterest board thingy to say. So I'm just in the hug, and we're all hugging, and I go, guys, just remember, when life hits hard, you gotta hit harder.
And I'll be like, Penny, as dumb as that sounds, that's actually kind of cute.
Muhammad Ali, Pog.
And then, just because I'm feeling so extra today, I turn to the guys and I'm like, come here. And I bring the group up to them. And I force them into a group hug. Yeah.
The group hug is like...
And Jack tries to step away, and I'm like, if I'm here, you're here too.
Fine. All right. Amber, closer to the team, further away from the team, more in the image of yourself.
You know.
I mean, obviously. Yeah, but who?
That's the question.
Penny did the comfort and support first, but the crying thing, I mean, I don't know. Flip a coin, man. You guys just go round robin. Each she goes around like that.
I think I have to say no.
With Penny.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Penny because I opened up to her just more.
That's awesome. No, it's good. I like it. Penny, closer to the team, etc., etc. What'd you go?
I'm gonna go closer to Ember.
Okay. Do you have any conditions left now at this point, Palestine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, she's not guilty still.
She had 3. She was getting rocked. She had a bunch.
I gave you a hug, and you still gave it to Ember. I'm not appreciating it.
Okay,
Damn.
wait. So I forget. What do I do? I just change labels, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, closer to the team. If you say closer to the team, you can either mark potential or clear condition.
No, I mean for Penny.
Oh yeah, you shift her labels. So you guys each shift each other's labels if you can. Take a look at each other's character sheets. And Sil.
I'll do Ember.
Okay, so Ember, you can move her labels too if you are so inclined.
And you give yourself potential, right?
Yes, and you give yourself potential. So
Yeah, which means I ding.
I also ding.
double ding. Good.
Penny, I'm moving your. Can I just click it?
Yeah, you can click
Yeah.
up and click another one down.
I'm gonna move your savior up and your superior down because you really saved me.
Nice. Like it.
Look at me with 3 3s.
That's the weirdest. I gotta look at you again. 3 3s and a whole lot of.
I am moving your mundane up and your superior down because you weren't exactly planning, but God, you were a good friend today.
I moved your mundane up and danger down.
Okay.
So now you have a 3 mundane. Look at
What?
you.
What?
Yeah.
You're really in touch with your feelings right now.
Yeah,
Well,
she's, when
See,
you're
that's the
sad,
weird thing. Yet I still seem to fail. So I ding. Let's see what I get.
Well, you can get a whole bunch of stuff. Lori, take a look at it. I'm going to wrap this a little bit right now so I can stop recording. I want to say this.
headache, please.
All right, I got
I
it.
wonder why that is. It's totally not me screaming or anything. That's totally definitely not the reason.
Two hot rolls at the end, though. All right, can I say something? I want to say something because I first of all, I couldn't. To Jamie, Jamie C that did the GMing yesterday. My daughter spent an hour telling me about the game afterwards for a game that was not much more than double that. So nice job. It made me reflect that it's been a while since we've had a session where you guys were like screaming and throwing yourself on the floor. And I thought, I think I've been taking it a little bit easy on these guys and just kind of having a little bit like it hasn't really had that same like skin in the game feel. I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if we can get back to the thing where we really, really freaking care about what's going on. You guys were screaming at the end, and I never felt better about it. And even there's some howling in the middle too when things were going wrong. So yeah, we're in a rough patch right now in the story, but at the same time, it should be pretty awesome. And there's a chance for some real, profoundly cathartic ass kicking coming up. And you guys, you guys came rolling into this with like I think each of you had something like either 2 or 3 conditions, and you're basically cleared at this point. Yeah, you're basically cleared at this point. So ready.
I have a quick question about the advancements thing.
Yep.
So are the advancements the ones I've already taken?
Yeah, those are the ones you've already done.
Okay, so how do I just click add and then what are the options?
Well, you got to go back and look at the playbooks and stuff. Do you have those handy? I can shoot it over to
you. Nope.
All right, I'll shoot.
Long gone.
Yeah, I'll shoot that. I'll shoot the stuff over. The playbooks are over. Your actual playbooks are printed out and over here, or at least one of them is. But I will. I'll shoot you over like the. I'll shoot you over a PDF of the.
Yeah, and I'll just change it later.
Yeah. Easy peasy. We got time. All right, I'm gonna pause. Wait, we need. What are we gonna call this one? Holy Mary, this is a big one.
Frosted Tips.
Frosted. Really? We're going.
Do you know how long I've been holding that in?
Frosted Tips.
Yeah, as soon as I said it, I was like, "That's gonna be the name of the episode."
Frosted Tips and group hugs.
Aww. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I can
we did focus on changing our hair a bunch this session.
That was a lot. Yeah, that was good. That was good though. I have no
I didn't want to take away from Jamie's spotlight by cuz I was also considered this is a 5-month gap, people have probably changed up their looks
It's that new season, right? The new season everybody comes back with a new hairstyle.
Asking everyone and I was
No, I thought everyone would.
Yeah, no, I'm not really stepping on her if everybody.
No, you totally weren't. No, because what I was thinking, I was like, oh well, when I first started, oh damn, I not only unmasked myself before all of this, but I'm also my hair looks like fire.
Yeah.
everyone knows I'm the fire person. That's
Yep.
why I like just unmask myself because I'm like, really, what's the point anymore?
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
This
I was
isn't
also just on
exactly.
national television,
This
and
isn't a drawing of Syl, but it's just a drawing I did of the lady. So it's just like a quick sketch of what I think her hair would look like.
You gotta. Are you holding it up or something?
No, I sent it.
Oh,
cool.
I just kind of did a quick sketch because art is hard.
Yeah, but like I was like, she was also on national television right before.
yep. Yeah, no, you guys all were.
You know, so I was like,
They might
they're
not.
gonna know.
Some of you they really care about. Palestine they super care about. You're easy to find and you're connected to her, possibly. You know, that kind of thing. They have a very specific sort of sets of things. Anyway, doesn't
God,
matter.
I would love to see our game animated. I just realized that. Can
There'd be
I
some
get
good.
status up in this piece?
Guys, on the 7th, I forgot we didn't set a time for our KOB game. I don't think, did we?
For next week.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna stop this. We're gonna call it. What are we calling it? Frosted tips and group hugs.
Frosted tips and group hugs.
Nice. Frosted tips and group hugs. And somebody roll me some dice. Nice.